the win. Does it stumble there in lane 3? She runs quick, 12:59 unofficially. We'll see what the time is on the clock. But Cockrell starting off her day with a win in her off event. You don't think of Anna Cockrell as a short hurdler. Just skips the interview. They try to get her to come do the post-race interview. She's like, no, I got to go. I got to get ready for my 400 hurdles. And she just smokes the field. You have to think, what could it have been if Tiana Marshall was in this race? Late scratch. But it wasn't even close. Cockrell just takes the victory by multiple strides. Trying to get the official result, 12:58 officially for Anna Cockrell.
Big margin of victory, over 2/10 in front of Renea Jones in second, of Central Florida, Kira Nugent, the indoor 60 hurdle meter champ, 12.84. Okay, we have an interesting story now developing, Gordon, with this. Especially now USC, I'm assuming, is closing that gap to first. And if we go back to the last outdoor championship, 2019, USC was in the mix for the title, came down to that 4x4, right? They needed a good showing in that 4x4 against Arkansas to secure that team title. And obviously, as they do seemingly every year, USC had a good 4x4 ready to roll. And there was a collision during Anna Cockrell's leg. The baton fell out of her hand, went to the track. USC was out of the race. They finished pretty far back, and Arkansas ended up winning and beating USC. And Cockrell, she took it personally, even though she had won the 400-meter hurdles that race, that meet, and did everything she could. I mean, it was just a kind of a fluke occurrence, the fact that she got, hit in that way and the baton flew out. I mean, I guess you could say she should have put herself in better position, but things are moving so quickly at that point, it's hard to second guess it. Her coach, Carol Smith Gilbert, was like, I don't know why she's upset. Like, she did everything she could. She has no right to be upset, but she took it personally. I remember I was interviewing her, Lincoln was interviewing, and her sister came over to console her mid-interview, wipe away some tears, and she basically said, I'm going to be back for to make this right. I'm not going to let the team down again. She took it as if she missed the foul shots at the end of the game and cost her team the win. That was her reaction to losing that race. And then we had 2020, and she did not get a chance at redemption because nobody got a chance to compete. So the fact that Cockrell could be in position right now to lead SC to the title is a interesting storyline that we will be tracking, to say the least. I wrote an article about it. I don't know. Someone can find it. Put it in the chat. Travis, I just want to plug my 2-year-old article, all right?
There you go. USC now, they're still in second, projected to lose to A&M by 4 points. But that gap has shrunk. It was about 11 points heading into the day. Now it's down to 4. So USC is doing what they need to do. A&M is going to have to show up and score the points they're expected to score in order to hold on to that lead. And here's the thing. It could come down to the 4x4 because we have A&M, the favorites, and USC is second. Now, USC has the depth. We saw they qualified 30 women in the 400. Not 30, but, they qualified 5 women into the 400 at Nationals. Was it 5 or 6?
Mm-hmm.
It was an incredible number. And A&M has the best anchor. So it's going to be interesting if we can get it come down to A&M USC 4x4 showdown where the winner takes all. With the Thing Mo on the anchor, she's going to have to run 48 seconds. I don't know. It's going to be wild. I'm excited.
Okay. I found my article from 2 years ago. By the way, I think I did a pretty good job with this story back when I used to write. I want to find the quote. Here's the quote from Cockrell, because I want to put this in context. She has a lot of good quotes in this story, but she says, I'll go home and watch it 4 times and cry, she said about that race. I'm the kind of person that wants to understand. So I'm going to watch it until I feel like I understand, and so that I make sure I don't make that mistake again. When we come back here next year, I will do everything I can to get this team a title it deserves. And she apologized to her team. Again, she put the whole thing on her shoulder. Carol Smith Gilbert says, she scored 14 points for us today. What am I going to be upset about? And as USC has there we go. There's the article. USC has a tradition and a history of very interesting 4x4s at the ends of women's championships, right? They are always in the mix, and their performance is impacting the ultimate outcome in one way or the other. If it's Kendall Ellis coming from behind, if it's Raven Rogers beating SC and clinching the team title for Oregon over Georgia, you cannot separate USC women and the 4x4 as becoming just a dynamic plot in every single women's championship.
And I think we're going to see it here. And this time it's going to involve, on the other side of the track, a Thing Mo of Texas A&M, likely trying to – I think we might see – I mean, I'm not sure USC's not going to hear this, but if USC has the lead and a Thing Mo gets the stick and second and has to reel in whoever is the anchor for USC, we could see a repeat of a Raven Rogers type close in the final 150 meters. But we're not there yet. We're a few hours away. But USC closing in on A&M.
I'm fired up. I want to get there. Can we get to Eugene? Can we bend the time-space continuum? Can we get there?
I am 10 seconds ahead of you, so I do have a way to be 10 seconds ahead of you, so maybe I can find a way.
Now I'm all fired up. I looked at that article, and I just remembered how awesome it is to be there. And now you're seeing the storyline develop in front of our eyes, and we're just on YouTube. And cool. And I'm glad I'm hanging out with you, Gordon, and all the other people in the chat, but I need to be there.
Hey, man, it's going to be okay.
With my own two eyes.
We've all been dealing with this for the past year and a half. It's okay. It's going to be all right.